Hello everyone, I am Alex, CEO and leader of the architects team from Lexar. Today we are exploring a critical blind spot in industrial security. We often talk about hackers stealing files, but what if your own machinery is talking to your competitors? This case study reveals how boiler telemetry in ethanol plant can be mathematically modeled to estimate revenue and competitive performance. In the industry 4.0, which is the digital transformation of manufacturing through the integration of IoT, cloud computing, and AI security, is usually treated as an access problem. We focus on firewalls, encryption, and zero trust models. However, this is a quite a risk. Operational IoT data, even without a breach, can reveal how well your competitor is performing. Using a realistic ethanol plant, we will show how edge level observability can be turned into economic intelligence. In plants with cogeneration, the boiler is the economic heart of system. The logic is simple. We take boiler telemetry, apply a physical model, calculate the energy output, and arrive at a revenue estimation. A modern plant follows a specific digital structure. First, we have the PLC or DCS. A PLC is racked computer that control industrial process, while DCS manage the entire plant logic. Next is the Edge Gateway. This is a device that aggregates data from the floor, normalize it, and handles communication with cloud or third-party devices. The problem, the gateway understands operational relevance, but it doesn't understand economic sensitivity. Typically, boiler instrumentation includes steam temperature, pressure, and mass flow. We treat temperature and pressure as function of time because industrial processes are dynamic. They fluctuate based on fuel quality, demand, and environment change. Mass flow is the rate at which steam mass passes through the system, and together these define the thermodynamic state, a set of physical variables that uniquely describe the energy condition of the plant. Even if the data isn't sensitive, everything is important is encoded in these variables. The Edge Gateway is the focal point because it aggregates OT data. OT data is the information generated by the hardware and software that monitors and controls physical devices like turbine and conveyors. The gateway buffers this high frequency data and exposes it via APIs. While it helps with maintenance, it also creates windows in the plant efficiency. By monitoring more than just the boiler, such as conveyor load, fuel mixture, or turbine vibration, an observer can correlate these signals. This allows them to infer how close plant is to optimal efficiency. In it answer the ultimate competitive question: is my rival struggling or thriving? To reconstruct energy, we define the state vector using temperature, pressure, and mass flow. The key here is enthalpy, which represent the total heat content of the steam. In industrial range, the partial derivative of enthalpy with respect of temperature is greater than zero. This means that as temperature increase, the energy contents always increase. This physical reality allows us to bound our energy estimates even if we don't have the perfect data. We use a simplified model for thermal power output like we have in the slides. Here, K is the constant that simplifies the thermodynamic property of the fluid for the sake of economic inference. To find the electrical power, we multiply this by turbine efficiency. In industrial setting, this efficiency typically falls between 0.3 and 0.4. This range isn't a guess, it is dedicated by the physical limits of turbine design. Finally, we reconstruct total energy by integrating power over time. This equation sums up the electricity produced during each sampling interval. By multiplying this by the market price of electricity, we can estimate revenue. Even with the partial visibility or measured noise, the scale and utilization trends of the competitors become visible. The most striking part, no breach is required. You don't need access to financial system or contract. You only need semi-legitimate access to IoT data and basic physical modeling. This is a passive intelligence gathering, not a classical cybercrime. In Industry 4.0, your machine data is a direct window into your financial health. Modern security is no longer just about blocking hackers. It is about to protect the secret your data reveals. Without a strategy to hide this insight, your own boiler might already be telling your competitors exactly how much you are making.